It is time to update you on the happenings of the HubNut Fleet, but before I do, this video is sponsored by saleflags.co.uk. They have supplied us now with two of these. I paid for the first one, they've given us a second one as a treat, very, very kind of them. And they have a treat for you as well, 10% off on their website. Use discount code HubNut10. Enough of that, let's jump into the actual business of the fleet at the moment. Desmond, the Perodua Kenari, still very much the star of the fleet, just keeps going. He's working super hard at the moment, doing driving lessons, transporting the family around, just absolutely brilliant. But actually this weekend, Ellie did some family transport. We went out in Aberystwyth for the day, went up to the local classic meet, but it was a bit ill-attended. It was bitterly cold, so I can well understand why. But we had a nice chat with some people, then went for a run around the charity shops, came back with a boot full of stuff in Ellie the 2CV. Happy days. And actually we've been on the receiving end of rather too much bad news recently. I've had some in the family, and we've also lost Griff Lane, who was a huge part of Rustival Friendship Corner on Facebook. He was a member of our channel. He was a member of Kitch's channel on the Up and Down channel as well. And I think Kitch, frankly, has done a lovely job of paying tribute to him. He didn't even know Griff, but we did. Miss Hubnut knew him particularly well. And yeah, the news has saddened and shocked us. And Kitch has done a lovely job of paying tribute. So huge thanks to Kitch for doing that. It knocked us all about a bit, that and other things going on. So the other night I jumped in Ellie. I went for a 90-mile drive down towards Tenby, around to Carmarthen, and back home again. And it's the first time in a very long time I've just jumped in a car and gone for a drive. No other reason than to drive it and just let my head settle down. And Ellie was absolutely perfect for that. I was thinking, do I really want to do this? It's dark, I'm going to get blinded by people's headlights, but I'm very, very glad I did it. But roll on summer and a bit more bloody sunlight, eh? The Vauxhall Corsa, as you can see, is quite dirty at the moment, but Tim has fitted the new back box to it at Cambrian Classics. I've just had the alternator adjusted today. Giles, West Wales Mobile Mechanics was here for something we'll discuss very shortly. I was just like, I'm struggling with this. Can you give me a hand? Absolute pig to get to. The fact you need special pliers just to get the air cleaner assembly out the way says it all, really. But the little Corsa, 60,000 miles, is now good to go. I'm going to take it home today, clean her up, do a final walk around and test drive video, and yeah, very much for sale. Not my Volkswagen LT. But moving indoors, things get a little bit more difficult because Bella the Berlingo is here in her usual spot of being broken. But it turns out she's more broken than we thought she was. She's actually really badly broken indeed, as I will show you now. So the reason she was parked up, recall we sent her away to have the wheel bearing done, but after that job the steering didn't feel right. We seemed to have a lot of lock going on, which confused me because I'm pretty sure the wheel was perfectly straight before. So we popped up to A&D Tyres in Aberystwyth. Lovely people, Di and Anna are up there, and we asked them to check the tracking, and what they found was that the bottom ball joint seemed very loose. But it turns out that was not the only problem. When Giles this morning went to undo the pinch bolt, there is the pinch bolt at the bottom of the knuckle part of the hub, this happened. It's actually snapped off, and I don't know if you can see, but it seems to be corroded on the inside edge of the brake, which suggests that has been bending or breaking, or certainly been cracked for quite some time. Whether the wheel bearing job finished it off, we don't know. I don't know what happened, but certainly that is no good, which means that entire front hub, the one we've just had a new bearing put into, is no good. It's scrap. So that's amazing. Really happy about that. Old cars, eh? So I'm not sure what to do at the moment. I can look to get a new hub, but we'll have to have a new bearing pushed into that new hub, or we could try and get a complete used strut. We're waiting on a call back from Tanagroy's car dismantlers, but I'm not confident. They have not got many Berlingos in at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. This car has been driving us absolutely up the wall. I know she has her favourites amongst the viewers, but how long can we put up with this, realistically? It's just every time we spend money, something else goes wrong, and then something else goes wrong, and then more goes wrong. And I can't help thinking that what we probably need is a Berlingo with fewer miles on it. This one's getting on for 200,000 miles. Not that that should necessarily be an issue. The Ford Fairmont has done well over 200,000 miles as well. But, you know, if we got another Berlingo, we could keep the fact that I've just spent out for 4 new tyres on Bella. She's now on Falcon tyres all around. I can keep my boot jump, and all the window blinds made by Fuel Lagoon. We could keep all that. It would still work on an M59 Berlingo. The 49s are now getting so rare. So is that what I should do? And then what engine should I go for? Because we've never had this one running right, and I'm feeling like I never will get it running right. I'll never get to the bottom of it. The 1.6 HDI has a particularly bad reputation. Yes, they can clock up a lot of miles, but they can also blow turbos. The oil feed pipes get clogged, so then they blow another turbo. Yeah, not ideal. 16 valve head on those as well. So if belts break, it's chaos. Whereas on these, if a belt breaks, it breaks the rockers. So there's a lot of things I don't like about the later diesel engines. You can get an M59 with the 2-litre HDI, but I'm feeling a bit over HDIs at the moment. They're not proving, in my experience, as robust as the old XUD engines, and you can't get a Berlingo with an XUD. Maybe you could retrofit one, but that might be interesting at emissions time. It's a good old mechanical pump fuel injection on the XUD. Very long-lived engine. Some horrible turbo lag, to be honest, on all but the XUD T 2.1. That's quite a nice engine. I digress. I'm getting too far away. I think we need another Berlingo, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that. We know Bella has her fans, but I'm pulling my mullet out here with this one. So I don't think it's because she's French. I don't think it's because she's a Citroën. I think it's just because old, not particularly well looked after, has had quite a hard life, always living in Wales, on the west coast of Wales, and I think that is just taking its toll on it, to be honest. So yeah, don't know what we're doing with that one. Moving to the back, various things going on up here as well. Bob is still taking up space. Yes, people say get Bob out, and I think you're probably right. Now we're through the worst of winter, we hope. But that leaves us with the Pajero, which I've been trying to get the crank pulley undone. I was looking at taking the alternator off. That's what we've done with the Daihatsus generally. Not much fun, but on this it looks even less fun. It's really tucked up the back, and I'm not fancying that job, so I'm exploring alternative ways. Yes, I could wedge the breaker bar in. I have actually tried that, but we then ran into problems. We haven't got enough battery power. All the batteries for this car and the Charade seem to be entirely dead, so that's great. And I'm also a bit scared because, yeah, I might be able to spin the engine to crack the nut undone. How do I get it tight again? No one ever seems to explain that bit, so maybe we'll try rope down the cylinders. I don't know. We've stalled so badly on this project, as you've probably noticed. We've owned it over a year now. We've had a load of welding done, cost an absolute fortune. Even though we got a very good rate at Wyland Restorations, they put a lot of effort into getting this car solid again. But mechanically, we still seem to be a long way from actual completion. So, yeah, problems, don't know what to do. But I must give these a shout out, and we must hurry up with the project because this design is going to be retired. I was planning to retire this at the end of January. So this is the design of Desmond the Canary, the Smart that we did love so much. Perfect project, came in broken, fixed it, gone. Now very, very happily owned by Davey up in Edinburgh, Scottish car enthusiast and trains TV. And then we've got the Pajero on there as well. So the class of 2024 design is going to be coming to an end. So we got these left. We got 3XL t-shirts in white, available. We've never listed on the store before. They are now available. We've sold out of mugs, but that design needs to go away, and we need to get this project done. So we're hoping to get reinvigorated on this project once we can sort out how we're getting that undone. Tuck, the Invacar, we're in discussions about how to improve Tuck and dig her out again, because it's no good her just sat there. It's not fair at all. And then we got the Charade up the back, and we thought the Charade was just going to be parked up and forgotten about for a while, but then we got a very, very kind donation from Chris through the online store. There is a donate option, and he's actually bunged a couple of donations in, sizable ones, that have mean we're now obligated. We're going to have to get the Charade going again. So huge thanks, Chris. It means a lot, especially to Miss HubNut. The amount of times she comes up here and she just goes and sits in her little car. The little car, she passed her test in and did her first driving in, first motorway driving. Very important car for her. But she's kind of accepted we've had other things to be getting on with. But yeah, we need to be getting that one out as well. I think we may have to split up and start working on different cars. But yeah, that needs to happen. But we're also very, very busy elsewhere with other aspects. It's madness at the moment, but we do need to crack on. We've got to get this finished. We've got to go green laning in it, and then this will be for sale. And yeah, we need to get the Charade out, because other family cars, pointing no fingers, are not quite delivering the goods at the moment. And although the Charade is much, much smaller, yeah, it could help take the load. We're hammering the watts out of poor Desmond the Kenari at the moment. Those two need to share the mileage. Last year, between the Daihatsu and Perodua, Desmond the Perodua, they clocked up 10,000 miles between them, which is incredible for little 1 litre cars. But we've got a steering rack to go in that car, and we've got some ideas about potions we may try and cure the oil burning. It's not terrible oil burning. It's just a puff of blue smoke, usually on the overrun when you get back on the throttle. It's not like it was before, but that is kind of one of the reasons we'd parked her up. But yeah, we need to get her out again as well. So there is a lot to do, a lot of progress to be made. But yeah, hopefully someone's collecting the compressor very, very shortly. That would be good. And then we can focus on getting the Corsa gone and spread some love in the unit on the cars that need it most. But yeah, huge thanks for watching. Huge thanks for your support, whether you've donated, whether you've bought merchandise, whether you've just watched the videos, hit that like, all that sort of stuff. I know channels go on about it. It makes a difference. And thank you very much. We shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Yeah, I think I'm a mad dog for owning this car.